All right, members of La Quinta Country Club, welcome to your video update for June. It's near the end of June. We wanted to send something out to you all. A few updates to go over. Lots been happening here so far this summer, and we're going to get to see a brief video with Tim Putnam and things that have been going on the golf course that have been really going well as say hello to some of your new executive team, the promotion of Daisy Rios to marketing and membership coordinator, as well as Tessa, who's moved from activities and wellness to the membership world. However, she is keeping activities with her, at least for this season. So Tessa will say hello to her. And then obviously Vanessa Valenzuela, our new director of finance. Hopefully she's in her office later today when we pass through the offices. So first we're gonna take you on the golf course a little bit and show you everything we've been working on. And then obviously from the bottom of my heart, with much gratitude, thank you to everyone. I'm excited to be your next general manager and COO moving forward. Excited for everything we've been doing and more to come obviously with that. So I hope you enjoyed the video for June. All right, members, we're out here on the first fairway. We are in the month of June, nearing the end of June. We've got Director of Agronomy Tim Putnam with us. We're gonna kind of highlight some of the things we've been working on since we kind of closed the season down. A lot of good stuff to look at. So Tim, why don't you take us through some of the highlights?
Okay, so you're looking at the fairway bunkers on the first hole. The right side are the existing fairway bunkers, and on the left side you can see roughed out are where the two new fairway bunkers are going. And we'll drive up closer and you can see how these are situated a little bit better. If you remember, the old fairway bunker on the left side was about even with the last two on the right side, and it got very narrow and pinched, which was tough, a tough drive, but it was also concentrated the traffic, cart traffic, and made turf quality difficult there. So what we've done is we took out the old bunker, and you can see that's just a big flat dirt area that we'll grass, and these two new bunkers are now a little bit farther to the left, but they're much farther down. So now it's going to take a drive of about 265, 270 yards to get to them, and to carry the last one, it's going to be over 300-yard carry. So a much bigger challenge for the tour pros and the college players in the Big West to play the first hole now. And it's going to play better for us, and we've got a much bigger area here to get our carts through, so we don't get all this concentrated traffic. So I think it's a really nice addition. I think it's going to look really good. Obviously, we don't have grass or sand in them yet, but the shaper did a very good job of matching up, I think, the style of these new bunkers to what we have on our other fairway bunkers.
Yeah, I think it's great for the members to notice that as I stand here at the very edge of the right bunker and turn around, we've got another, 25 yards of usable driving area on the first hole before we run into the second hazard here on the left, which is those new bunkers.
Yeah.
So really cool placement, really cool project. It's almost completed. Grass will get on the ground soon, I'm sure.
Yeah. Now, so Chris, if you pan down here by my feet, you will see this is a new sprinkler head, which is complete, and you can see going off, you can see where the lateral. So this is where, if you follow this line right here, there'll be another head. This is where they used what's called a mole plow to pull the pipe in under the ground, and it just leaves a little slit, which was right here, was where the slit was, okay? And it doesn't disturb the grass at all. So the only digging that they had to do is when they put the sprinkler head in and for the big mainline pipe, which runs down the side of the hole, but all the lateral pipe goes in with a mole plow, and so we get very little disturbance to the turf and the fairways, and you're able to play on it right after they're done.
That's great. I think the membership here this summer has appreciated the fact that they've been quick when they've started a project.
Yeah, I mean, on number one, it took them, once they started doing heads and laterals, it took them about 2.5 days. And number one was a pretty big hole, actually. So they usually finish a hole in about 2 to 3 days doing heads and laterals. Par fives might be 3.5 days, but it's amazing how fast they go. And everything is working really well with the new system. It's kind of nice. We control it with, we control the heads with an iPad, and we have a map that's a GPS map that is basically satellite imagery of the golf course. So I can come out and I can say, oh, the corner of that bunker's dry. I can look on the map and it says, that head right there needs to be adjusted, up 20% longer run time. And I can just click on it right there on the iPad, make the change right there, and I don't have to take a bunch of notes or remember it to go back to the office and make the change. So it's really going to be efficient to make these kind of changes.
That's great. Pretty cool technology as we install the 2020 version of a irrigation system.
Yeah.
So as we walk up the first fairway, just beyond these two new bunkers on the left, we're going to get closer to the greenside bunkers and talk a little bit about the bunker project we've done so far greenside, and maybe some different tactics we had to do.
Yeah, so if you remember, we're going to change out all the bunker sand in the greenside bunkers, get new sand in there. And we had a contractor help us with taking the sand out, and they did a great job, and they were basically done with that by the first week in June. But what we found was a lot of these bunkers had a lot of sand in them, more than we anticipated. And so the floors were a lot deeper than what we had anticipated, and it was going to be a very big step to get down into the bunker if we only added 8 inches of sand. So we had a couple of solutions that we utilized to kind of mitigate that problem. And you can see one of those solutions is right here. So if you look closely right here, you can kind of see some patchwork, that's sod, okay? So what we did here was we pulled sod out, and we pulled sod out to about right here, pulled it off, and then we came in and we lowered the outside grade of the bunker. We lowered this area by about 6 inches and then put the sod back down. And we were able to do that, you know, I think without really changing the look of the bunker too much. But now it's an easy step down into this bunker. You're not jumping down into it, and you can get out of it very easily as well. So that was one of the tactics we used to doing that. On some of the other bunkers, we actually brought in topsoil and raised the floor of the bunker.
You know, that's a good point, Tim, and I think it's a good idea if we take them out there and show them some other bunkers.
Okay.
We'll be right back with you on another bunker.
Thanks, Chris. This is a left side bunker at number 6, and this was a bunker where we had to do quite a bit. If you look here, you can see part of this drain line's exposed. So this floor of this bunker was extremely deep. It was like a foot deeper than it is now once we took the sand out. So what we did was we cut back to where there was a natural kind of high point in the middle of that bunker where Carlos is standing. We cut the drainage off. We brought in a bunch of dirt to raise the floor up, cut in new drainage, trenches, added new drain pipe, gravel, and then got this floor a lot higher. And now they're just doing the internal shaping of the bunker here, and this is going to be ready for sand probably tomorrow. But this was one where when we got the old sand out, it was like, holy cow, is this thing deep. And so now, once we come back in and add our 8 inches of sand, it's going to be very manageable. Now, the next step in the process after the shaping that Carlos and Francisco are doing is Mark Gruodewald, my assistant superintendent, along with Jose Vargas, we are spraying a liquid polymer soil stabilizer up on the faces of the bunker that's going to help those faces from kind of falling apart when we rake them. And is another reason why we ask that you know, we always walk into the bunker on the low side of the bunker, not up on the high side, because if you stepped on that face, your foot could go through the sand and it could damage the face of that bunker. You know, all the soil here is very sandy, and so it doesn't like to pack really well because there's not a lot of clay in it. So this soil stabilizer will help with keeping the sand separate from the soil and helping stabilize that a little bit, but it's still always a good idea. Don't ever walk up the faces of the bunkers.
Good information, and obviously an application to the bunker process that I just learned about talking to Tim just now. So
yeah, this was kind of an audible. We just realized when we got in here and we were working on the bunkers that we had to do a lot of internal shaping on them, and that kind of disturbed the existing faces, and then it wasn't as stable as we liked. So I did some research and found this product that seems like it's going to work pretty well, and so that became you know, an extra part of the process of getting sand back in the bunkers.
really cool. And so this front right bunker looks like, is this new sand?
This is new sand. So this is the completed product right here. You can see right here we did some sod lowering, okay, like we showed you on number 1. This was probably a good 5 or 6 inches higher right here. So we lowered that down. We brought in a little bit of dirt on the bottom to raise it up. And again, so we've got 8 inches of sand in the bottom of the bunker, and it's ready for play for next year.
Tim, thanks for the scope of work and the recap for everything we've done so far. Thanks to you and all your team for the hard work. I know it's hot, but we're trying to get as much done as we can early in the days. And we've got some more surprises for the membership here momentarily as we head inside and see who we can find. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, guys.
All right, La Quinta Country Club members, Chris Gilly up here at the main entrance of the clubhouse. First of all, just want to say thank you. I'm honored and humbled to have been named your permanent general manager, and looking forward to seeing everybody. We're going to get through this summer in our planning, and what we wanted to do today, we just finished talking to Director of Agronomy, Tim Putnam, on what's going on in the golf course. And so we're going to go in the office and see if we can find some other talented people hard at work. So here we go. The air conditioning's on in here. You gotta bear with us because we are amateur film students with our social media, but we are gonna take another lap through the clubhouse to see if I can get this thing to work. Hi, Daisy.
Hello.
It's your marketing and communication coordinator. Congratulations on your promotion.
Thank you.
What are you working on today?
A little bit of everything. Some weddings and some calendar.
Beautiful. This is Daisy's new space and her new role with the club. We couldn't be happier and more proud of you, Daisy. Thanks for being here. Keep smiling. All right, I don't know if there's anybody left. I think I've scared them all off. Yeah, Tom knew I was gonna come around with a microphone. Tessa, Director of Membership and Activities. This is lap 2 or 3. I've been trying to get everything to work, so she's been a good sport. Say hi.
Hi everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful summer, and I hope you're not as hot as we are.
As you can see, double screen for double duty, membership and activities, lots of spreadsheets. Thanks for everything you're doing for us, Tessa.
My pleasure.
All right, we're gonna go back down the hall and see if this thing still works. Technically that's my new office, but I've yet to put my spin on everything. Tamara would normally be there. Tamara's on summer vacation. So is Denise. But I hope Vanessa's here. Oh, she's on the phone.
I am.
Hard at work. Sorry.
No.
Say hi.
Hi. Good to see everyone.
All right, that was our lap through the office. Obviously, Vanessa has been with us a month and a half, maybe, finishing up her training on kind of our month-end financials, and as we work into the budget year 2024-25. So great team. Everybody's excited to be here. We miss you guys. We'll see you all very soon. It is Tuesday, so we are dark upstairs. All right, take care. Have a good summer, everybody. We'll talk to you next month.